Uh, Hello and welcome to. Wait, no, this is the wrong people. Who is this?
We're the Sweater Geeks.
The Sweater Geeks. Who
Yeah,
are
we're the
these
Sweater
Sweater
Geeks.
Geeks? Oh well. I guess we can deal with this. Wait, who am I? What the? I'm not Justin. This is weird. Okay, well, whatever. Welcome to the Twilight Zone, and welcome to the Sweater Geeks audio listening experience. Uh, I'm Burkus Circus. I've been on the podcast before, so I guess that makes me host. So get flexed on. Joining me today, we have Gwyneth Graphics. So, hey,
Hey, this is my first time on a podcast, so this should be really fun.
Alrighty. Love a first timer. Try
Yes.
not to mess stuff up.
I'll try my best.
And we got AJ. Is that your actual
Yeah.
name, or is that just what you go by?
No, I'm Alex, but
Oh.
AJ Con Designs. That's my Instagram and Twitter if you're interested in that.
Ooh, yeah. We got Twitters. Get wrecked, Granite.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a Twitter too. It's Gwinnett Graphics with an X, okay? I couldn't
Yeah,
fit
but
the full thing on there.
when do you use it?
I just started using it tonight. I spammed like a crap ton of things for the Gladiators updates, okay?
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
Good to know.
we need to do what are people wearing?
Oh, I have Seattle Kraken, Hayden Fleury, #4. I picked this up not too long ago because he used to be a Carolina Hurricane, and that is my team. But I wanted to get one of these because this is a beautiful sweater, and I couldn't say no. So
Right.
Hayden Fleury it is.
Cool. That's nice.
So,
Travis?
surprise, surprise, I am wearing my Gwinnett Gladiators old 2003, 2004 jersey. It's nameless. I got it from a friend who moved to New Mexico. I'm probably going to keep it blank. I can't even find the font that they use on their stuff. If I do manage to get it, or if anyone can find it, please let us know. I want to get my hands on it.
Make sure you let Travis know. Don't spam the Jersey Nerds with stuff for this.
No.
All right, and then I'm wearing my Blue Jackets Hockey Fights Cancer jersey. It has my mom on the back. So yeah, that's cool. They went to a new design this year, which is sick, but we'll leave that for the real people to talk about.
Yes.
Yes, we're
The
imaginary.
real Jersey nerds.
Yes. And since I guess we're the minor leagues to the Jersey Nerds, we're just gonna be. This is like a whole minor league episode. So let's unless we want to do more chaos, let's get into this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get started.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jerseys to rank tonight. We have the. I'm sorry, I can't do French. The
It's
Troy.
Trois Rivières Lyon, or Lyon de Trois Rivières.
Okay, the Three Rivers Lions with their home and away set. We got the Greenville Swamp Rabbits with their home, away, and alternate. We're going to be doing all these sets as just one jersey ranking. We got the Iowa Heartlanders with their home and away set. We have Wheeling and Fort Wayne's anniversary jerseys. Wheeling's 30th and Fort Wayne's 70th. And then we have the Allen Americans and Kalamazoo Wings, their new alternates, the latter of which was designed by Christopher Kern in a little competition they did. So let's start with number 7. I think we all have the same one for this. I'd be shocked if we didn't. So, do you want to do it on 3? We're not going to do this every time, just for this one.
No.
Okay.
Well, I have mixed feelings for both of my number 7s because let me just go out and say that Trois Rivières could have done better with their jerseys. They look like the Adidas practice jerseys that the NHL uses, to be honest. They just added like 3 extra stripes on the sleeves.
Yeah, it looks so that those are my number 7 too. Um, it I just it looks like the 2000, I think it's 2006 Olympic jerseys, where they decided to turn the arm stripes vertical
Hmm.
for no good reason, and that's what they did. And
Yeah,
these honestly
I
look like.
also
Go ahead.
yeah, I also put those at 7. Like I love the colors, I love the logo, and I just can't get over the vertical striping. Like it's just a there's something that feels so wrong about a vertical stripe that doesn't go all the way up the sleeve. Like either go all the way up, commit to it, or do a horizontal stripe.
Yeah, like
Keep
just
it
look at
simple.
their socks. Like just do that on the hem and the arms, and it'd be really good. But no.
Yeah, I agree.
So it is there any redeeming qualities about these jerseys besides the socks? I guess.
Um, Honestly, the only thing that I can think of is the color scheme. I love their colors, which I know is Montreal, but
Plus silver. Hey, they added silver.
Montreal plus silver. Yes,
They
they
did
do
add
have.
silver.
I
This
do
is if
like that.
Montreal ever gets a Stadium Series or a Centennial Classic. This is what will happen.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like the
the
color scheme.
I like the small accents of red thrown in. It isn't overpowering like it is with Laval Rocket.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, just I like how there isn't much red, but it's just enough to still keep that tie in with Montreal.
Okay, so that's the Lions. I have a feeling 6 might also be unanimous. So
I don't know.
you
I
don't
have a.
know?
I don't know about that because I have two competing for number 6 for me, and I don't know if you'll agree.
Okay, what's your number 6, AJ or Alex?
I'm gonna say that number 6 is Greenville.
Okay,
I am not a fan of those. I don't know. I feel like I liked their old ones, their old uniforms. Um, I feel like what they have right now is just so basic. I wish that they would have done something to spice it up. I get that they're trying to go simple and keep it clean, but they went a little too far, in my opinion.
yeah, that's also who I have for number 6. Uh, simply
So
because.
I had the
Okay, go ahead. Give me your 6, Travis.
okay. I'm going with Greenville on this. I had the pleasure of seeing the white ones tonight at the Atlanta Gladiators game. And oh boy,
Oh,
I was reminded of a practice jersey. It was quite wonderful. Notice how the bottom two are practice jersey related. Last season, they had solid white jerseys with orange bands running around the sleeves full, and they had no waist design, but they threw the full skating bunny on the front rather than the roundel they had on the blue jersey. Of course, they decided to change that randomly this year, but I have these were just awful. I saw these when they played against Anyang originally, thinking that they were just, oh, preseason jerseys, warm up jerseys. Nope, they're the real thing.
yeah. The white jersey is the main. I also have these at 6, and the white jersey is the main reason why. Like the away and I mean, sorry, the home and the alternate, the blue, the navy, and the orange ones, I can get behind. Uh, like throw a hem stripe on there ideally, but they're suitable. They're like fine as is, like serviceable. That white jersey, we were saying the
Bad.
Lions look like a practice jersey. That is literally a practice jersey. It has like whose whose idea was this? And they also did the interesting decision of pulling a Carolina and having 3 different logos on their jerseys, which I
Hey,
mean, it's a move. Uh, I really like their retro logo that they have on the white jersey, but that's literally the only thing on that jersey. So yeah, I
yes.
Yeah, the Gladiators decided to make a move to a three logo system on their jerseys. They have the full head on their alternate, they have the G with the sword on their home, and the full body gladiator on their away. So I sort of get the 3 logo system. It's kind of interesting. I'm seeing more of it in the ECHL now, but it mixed feelings, especially with a team like Greenville.
I wonder how much of it is just because the ECHL already doesn't have that much brand recognition. So I wonder how much of this is just teams kind of just saying screw it and trying to like I don't know if there's a thing where like say the Kraken were to throw their anchor logo on the front of a shirt, that shirt would then sell less. So if they have three different jerseys with 3 different logos, that means they could sell shirts with all 3 logos. I don't know if that was their thinking, but
I think I really like the logo that they put on the center of the white jersey. I just wish they would have supported it with something on the rest
literally
of it. Like
anything.
it's just white.
I think blue
Like
stripes would have made it so much better.
Mm-hmm.
like I get that the other two are really simple and plain, and I complained about that. But I think that that one with like the retro looking logo would have been so cool to have just like 2 like navy blue stripes, the hem and the sleeves, and just call it a day. Like that would have been
Yeah,
perfect. And like blue around the neck of the collar.
yeah.
Just
Maybe
like
if they did like a Bruins or Oilers style look with like
yeah.
the um like blue gap, yellow gap, not yellow, orange gap, blue. But
Hmm.
I don't know. They have reasons for what they did, and I'm sure they aren't good ones. So that gets us to 5, unless anyone has anything else. That gets us to
I don't.
okay. So that gets us to 5, and if this also is unanimous, this is going to be a pretty boring system to do these rankings. But hopefully there's some disagreement here. So I have the Iowa Heartlanders at 5.
Okay, I
Uh,
already disagree with you. So
cool. Just because so they have the black jersey slaps. The black jersey is near perfection. Just do maybe like the lighter gray and with a yellow outline for the numbers because they kind of blend in a bit. But that yellow jersey, I mean not yellow, the white jersey, I think it's just a bit too much yellow on white syndrome for me. Like the tiny thin yellow stripes, like to separate white and black. I just don't think looks that good. Like they knocked the logo set, they knocked the branding, they locked the home jersey out of the park. It's just that white jersey where it's like, I'm sorry, I can't rank that. I can't rank that higher. So what do you have then, Alex? If it isn't Iowa,
I'm actually kind of surprised that you didn't say something about the yoke because if I have a complaint about that white jersey, it's the yoke. Um, I don't think it needs to be black. I like it. I think that it's a good look, but I don't think that it necessarily needs to be there. I could have seen it just go plain white to match the plain black of the other one. But my 5 is going to be Wheeling's alternate. Their what is that, 70th or
They're
30th
the
anniversary?
30th.
Okay, so Wheeling's 30th anniversary. I can't like I want to get behind it. I want to like it, but there's a lot going on in the stripes, and again, I just the gray and the black together is not something that I like. The light gray with the black is not something that I'm a fan of. There are like, let me look. There are what, one, two, three, 4 colors at least going on in that, um, like all together. I think that maybe taking one out, and I would have picked the gray. But
and just make it a white base then.
yeah, either a white base or a black.
Hmm. Okay.
But that is up for debate. I do think that Iowa is still better than that though.
Okay. I know you're kind of the ECHO guru, Gwinnett. So, what's this? Is there a reason why there's an eagle on the shoulder of that jersey?
So the Wheeling Nailers used to be the Winston-Salem Thunderbirds, and then they moved to Wheeling and became the Wheeling Thunderbirds. And they have been
Okay.
organized in Wheeling, West Virginia for 30 years as the Wheeling Thunderbirds, Wheeling Nailers, and the current set of Wheeling Nailers with that Pittsburgh tan and black.
Cool. Okay. And then what is
Good to
your
know.
number 5?
This is where things get a little bit tough for me because I love that Wheeling Nailers alternate jersey. I love the throwback to the red logo. I love the Winston-Salem Thunderbirds shoulder patch, and on the other shoulder they have the Wheeling Roundel 30th. I would have to rank the Iowa Heartlanders, although they are a great team of mine. I love them. Uh, that white jersey is just a killer. That yellow on white combo, I have to agree with Matt, is just it bombs. It's hard to read anything on it. The black yoke on that jersey, it kills it. Um, if they had made it a different color, maybe it would have done something. On the home jersey, my only issue with it is that they decided to choose a gray outline for the numbers rather than yellow. It would have
Yeah.
been a great opportunity for them to do that. Any type of light color on a black jersey at all for the outline. So I would have to put Iowa at my number 6.
I agree for reasons above. I wonder what like a Velcro sleeve treatment would look on the away. So like drop the black yoke and then Velcro sleeve over the home arms. I think that would look really good. Am I
It'd be
am I
worth
going
a
crazy
shot.
there? Yeah.
I
It'd be
mean,
worth a shot.
I could see that.
So I guess that gets us to number 4, which for me is the wheeling alternate that Alex mentioned earlier. Um, for me, it's just a bit too complicated. I like it when striping is a bit more consistent than that. And for that one, I mean, it is consistent, but it's a bit too much with black, red, white, black, white, red, black. Like you're getting into Anaheim territory over there.
And if I
Also,
remember correctly,
Oh, don't get me started on Anaheim.
oh no, oh no, oh, the striping is not even the same on. I don't think the striping is the same on the waist, is it?
is it not? Uh,
No, it's slightly different. If you look at that picture, they
Let me
have
see if I can
red
get a
in the
better.
middle too.
Oh, they don't have a white stripe down the middle of the red in the waist on the hem stripe.
Yeah, it's different.
Oh, the striping's inconsistent. Okay,
Yeah,
it isn't the
ooh,
same striping.
oh,
that's that's the bottom of the
Oh
hurricane
no.
stri like that's the hurricane striping without the warning flags on the hem. But then that sleeve is just
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, that I still think it's above Iowa. That ain't
I
good.
no.
At least Iowa's consistent. No, I can't say that either because the Iowa away jersey has that random yellow hem stripe.
Yeah. Uh, I think for me, which probably should make it rank higher, but it looks too much like the Buckeyes for me. Like I just can't get past
Of
that.
course,
And
you and stupid Ohio State.
Ohio State. Okay, whatever. Anyways, I'll just ignore that. The it's just I also like Wheeling better as a tan and black team than as a red, and I think the tan would actually on the tan. This one I don't think would work that well, but
Mm-mm.
you know I would I'm not a massive fan of their you know
There was a
of the red
time
thing.
between
There's
the
too many red and black teams.
there was a time between the Wheeling Thunderbirds and the current Nailers where they used red and black as their main colors, but tan was a accent color, so it filled in the holes and stuff in the mask, and it was the shadowing on the uh, nails behind the mask, and it had a pretty solid look. I wish they would kind of bring that back, but I don't probably see that happening anytime soon.
Yeah, I think that would look really
So
good.
yeah,
And then replace the gray with the tan, and then maybe rearrange some stuff and fix the hem.
fix the hem stripe
Yeah,
or fix the arm sleeve and make it the same as the hem. But I think this, yeah. So my number 4, it's going to be kind of boring because I'm just switching your 5 with my 4. So I think that Iowa should be number 4. Um, I don't I don't love the yellow on white because it is hard to see, but because they have that dark gray inside the numbers and I think that if they had brought the black up just a little bit higher. Like if they had done another like small black stripe on top of the arm sleeve, that would have made it a lot better. Sort of like what I did with my JNHL jersey, which we'll talk about later, for on my away. But I think if they had brought that up, that would have fixed that yellow issue, yellow on white. Um, Other than that, I really love their logo, their branding. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I I think that they have some of the best branding in the ECHL. I have a soft spot for Greenville and their rabbit, but I love Iowa's. It's beautiful.
Off the top of my head, I think it's probably them and Norfolk as like the two
Oh,
best by a mile in the
Norfolk.
ECHL.
Do we dare
Uh,
talk about the other team that's joining the league, or do we save that for later?
we'll say that for the nerds.
We can say that for the other people, the
I
actual
personally,
Jersey nerds.
I'll just get my opinion out there and say that I think they have pretty good branding, to be honest.
It's grown on me, but like it's like I could see this Iowa stuff being like an NHL team.
That's
Oh yeah,
fair.
Like it's
it's
that good. Not to
it's
say like
beautiful.
NHL stuff is necessarily, better than minor league stuff 100%. It's not. But this is like that logo slaps.
It's what I like to refer to as crispy. That is a crispy logo.
Please stop. Okay.
I will not.
Okay. Travis, did you already give your number 4, or do you still have to do that?
My number 4 was the Wheeling Nailers. I love the colors. I love the 30th throwback with the Wheeling Thunderbirds on the shoulder. But that striping being inconsistent just kills it for me. I'm still getting one of their jerseys, but the inconsistency of the striping kills me.
Yeah. Okay. So that gets us to the top 3. Congratulations to these 3 teams. You're better than the rest. So for me, for number 3, actually, no, we haven't had Travis. Have we had Travis go first yet? No, I don't think we
No,
have. So
let
Travis, you
him
go
go
first on
first.
this.
Tell us your
So,
thoughts.
as much as I hate the fact that I'm placing it here, like the fact that he's in the top 3, I'm gonna have to say Christopher Kern's Kalamazoo jersey is number 3 for me because I entered that contest too and I lost to him. So
Okay.
there's a little bit of hate there.
Okay, but like,
But I
is
mean,
that
like,
the reason?
no, I like the look of it. Let me get that pulled up real quick. I like the fact that he did the light blue color because right now Kalamazoo is just a red and white team. He
Mhm.
used navy blue as the main color, and he went with a newer color using a light blue as a stripe. Introducing that color instead of using a darker navy blue or maybe even a black. Um, the using red as an accent color and the white in the striping as well. That certainly is different compared to what Kalamazoo's done in the past with their weird striping system. And the shoulder logo is actually kind of interesting to me because if I look at it correctly, it's a K stretched out through a W that sort of looks like a biplane propeller.
Oh, yeah,
And
I can see that.
Oh
then on the
yeah,
front it has like a slang nickname, the Zoo, running as like the biplane support beams running between the two wings, which I think is pretty cool. Using a biplane rather than a jet or just using some random bird wing, using something else in the logo. Making that connection back to the aviation of Kalamazoo.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I disagree, but makes sense.
me too.
Uh, okay, Alex, how do you disagree?
Um, I'm not gonna speak on Kalamazoo's just yet because I still they're not my number 3 team. My number 3 team is going to be the Comets. Um, I like the orange. I like the black. Um, so I like their color scheme. Um, their logo is not my favorite. But I think that jersey is just a little bit too plain. No pun intended with Kalamazoo. Um, Yes, I think that jersey is just a little bit too plain for me to make it into the top two. I think that the other two have some more interesting features uh, that sort of distinguish. I don't have any like real complaints about that Comets jersey. Like I like it. Um, I would wear it, but it's not my favorite out of the three that are left.
Okay. So this is interesting. This is the first time we've had 3 different picks because my number 3 is the Allen Americans, and the other design that Christopher Kern did. Wait, did Kern win this one, or did he won the Springfield one too? I know, but
Yeah, Kern
I
won the
don't know.
Springfield and Kalamazoo ones, and he did not
okay. So
win Allen, but
okay,
that's a different
so this
story.
is so whoever did this one, I'll try to find credit and I'll flash your name on the screen right now or something. Um, but yeah, this one it like looks really good. It's actually decently close to like what I think an ideal Blue Jackets jersey would be, but I think that logo, like, it's a really cool like idea, and it looks cool. Like, I would wear that on a shirt, but on a jersey with the navy blue background, it kind of starts to blend in a bit, and that plus the hem stripe just being there, like Blue Jacket style trim almost. Like, I just I can't put it above not wheeling. I did put it above wheeling. I can't put it above Fort Wayne or Kalamazoo. So it's less to the fault of its own jersey, like of this one, and more just the fault of the other two. I just think are better. This one, like, it looks really good. It does. I would definitely consider buying it, but I just I just can't rank it higher.
Yeah, I understand that. I think that we have the same reasoning for why we like the other two. We just prefer over the one. There's no real complaints,
Yeah,
with the exception of like the hem stripe
but that's
for
a
you.
common thing for some reason. Thanks, San Jose. I blame San Jose for all of that. And I will not be accepting criticism at this time.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
So
then
number
you have
two,
good old New Jersey Devils.
Well,
true.
yeah.
New
Okay.
Jersey Devils have a very, very thin black hem stripe on the bottom, and that's it.
Yeah, but I'm blaming San Jose because they kind of started it when they were like, "Oh, if we drop the hem stripe, it'll make the jerseys lighter," which just is not how that works. But whatever.
Not really. I have a San Jose jersey, and I wish that it had the hem stripe. I really do, because I love their color scheme. I just wish that it's just blank. It feels empty.
Okay, I think you were going to give your number 2, Alex. So go ahead and
Yes,
do
my
that.
number two. My number two is going to be Kalamazoo. Um, and I'm going to be nitpicky here. I really like the color scheme, which like for me, color scheming is like a really very first thing that I look at a jersey.
Hmm.
Um, and I like the logo. I wish that it were a little bit further down um, on the jersey so that it were like a little bit more centered in that blank space.
Hmm.
But like that's not a huge deal. I like the red, white, and the Carolina blue and the navy blue. Um, I like the shoulder logos. Maybe they could be a little bit bigger, but again, nitpicking. But my number one, Allen Americans. The only thing that I have to say about it is that hem stripe is if it were like if they match the hem stripe or if they had just one singular red band there, that would be a perfect jersey. I love that jersey. I don't know why. I think that it's like looking at it, I think that it's fantastic. And I do see your complaint about the logo being like dark, but there's something about it and I don't know. It's just I think that it's fantastic, and I wish that I could get my hands on it.
Yeah, it
I
looks
probably
cool.
could, but
You probably could. I think if they had taken out the darker gray and made that red, Like that would probably be enough to at least put it up to number 2. I don't think it would take number 1 for
I'm gonna put it at number 1.
me. Okay,
So, yeah, that completes my set of rankings.
So
cool.
I guess I'll go next. For my number 2, I have the Fort Wayne Comets third, the 70th anniversary jersey. I love it. Um, it's although it is just the orange version of their home jersey, I love colored jerseys compared to just black or white. I've heard Justin say this multiple times that he doesn't like the black and white jerseys because it just gets bland after a while. So the fact that they took their jersey and made it orange, it definitely stands out a lot more, especially from the ECHL that doesn't have that much orange in it. And then that shoulder patch tops it all off. If you look in the 0 of 70, it's got the original Kalamazoo Spaceman from 1952 in it, which I absolutely love. Um, I gotta see if I can find it on Fort Wayne's page. Um, but this is a phenomenal logo. It tops the whole thing off. I love orange jerseys, period, because you don't see too many teams actually be able to pull them off well, and they managed to do it. Um, the logo on the front, it's a little bit too much orange on top of it. I wish they had done maybe like the full Spaceman again if they were going to do a full orange. It's been a while since they've done a Spaceman jersey. I'd love to see them make a comeback other than just be on the digital media stuff. But other than that, it's my number 2. So that leaves me with my ranking of number 1 with Alex and that Allen Americans jersey. That thin hem stripe at the very, very bottom is a little odd, but I do like how it breaks it up just enough to where it's not just flat blue and it's just bland. The gray in the eagle in the middle is a little odd, but I guess it sort of matches the shading of the A from the beveling, and they have a little bit of gray in the outline of the flag on the shoulders. The red yoke is pretty phenomenal on that jersey. I love the arm striping. It's just enough to where it really catches your attention. I don't think Allen's worn it on the ice yet, but when they do, I can't wait to see who they're up against.
I would love to see Washington do something like this
Mm-hmm.
with their jerseys because personally, and I'm going on a little bit of a tangent here, going
Oh,
into
go
the
ahead.
NHL, but I do not like Washington's home and away. I think that they're
What?
some of the worst.
You're
I think
kidding
they're some of
me.
the worst in the league.
What a hot
I
take. My God.
yeah, we were talking about hot takes the other day. This is a hot take. I don't like Washington's home or away. And I think that it's largely because I feel like they're a byproduct of the Reebok with the piping and all that, and I don't think that Adidas has changed them all that much. Um, and I wish that they would. I wish that they would do something more interesting. And I think that that Allen jersey, I could see them doing something like that and having it look fantastic.
I agree with all of that, but I call dibs for Columbus.
Okay, fair.
um,
Let's just see
okay.
2 different versions of this where Columbus is one and Washington is another, and we'll see which one works out better.
I'll do
Okay, we
that.
just
I
we
got
just
you.
I
realigned
mean, it
them,
does.
and
I mean,
yeah.
the Allen logo isn't that far off from the Weagle.
No, it's
So,
not.
No, you're not wrong. It would definitely work better for them in that case.
well, no, I want it. Please, I want it too. The Caps can at least hang their hat on like the reverse retro and the Skriegel and all that. Like the Jackets had nothing good. We have the Cannon alternate, and that's it. The Caps
Yeah,
have had
that's
like
fair.
4 good jerseys, and we've had 1. So that means we get it.
The Cannon alternate is one of my favorite jerseys in the NHL. So
Yeah,
True. I
I'd
have
agree
it.
with that.
I could have worn it instead, but I'm wearing this.
I have
you've
the
got that.
Washington Capital jerseys as a beer league jersey, so I could have worn that too.
Yeah. So many things we could have done.
All right, Burgess, what's
All right.
your number 2?
Again, I think number 1. I think I'm the only one who hasn't done the 1 yet. My number 2 is also the Fort Wayne Comets. For a slightly different reason. Actually, it's pretty similar to my reason for Allen, and I think that the Comets logo just kind of blends in a bit on an orange jersey, and that's pretty much the only thing separating that and K Wings at number one. Because that hats off to Chris. Like, he knocked that thing out of the ballpark. Like
Yeah.
it, like that, the double blue and red. It's again something I wouldn't mind the Blue Jackets using. Like the plain logo is really good, borderline genius. I'm not a massive fan of nicknames on jerseys, but that that I can get, like, it. There's nice symmetry with the three letters in the and then the three letters in zoo, so that gets a pass, and then everything else is just is perfect with like the consistency between the like the hem and the arms and the numbers. Even the number font is great. The logo font is great. It's just like, I wouldn't mind the Wings taking this full time, like as their
No, I think that would be a fantastic decision for them.
like it again, kind of similar to Allen. It's less of the fault of uh, the Comets and more to the credit of Chris and Kalamazoo. A lot of K's, but
Yes.
you know, I think like Fort Wayne I love the orange. I love the black yoke. Like, I'm a defender of the Flyers reverse retro with the black yoke. Thought that slapped. But you know, that double blue, man. And it might just be what the graphic is, but I don't think that's actually navy blue. It looks like it's a couple shades lighter. Like
Yeah, it's not quite navy.
Kind of like the relationship that Vegas's gray has to black.
Yeah, this is very much navy. This Kraken jersey.
Yeah, the Kraken jersey is navy.
I think it's slightly lighter.
I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah,
it's closer to like
naming colors.
Maybe like the that's more of a bright blue. I was thinking the accent blue that the Timberwolves use. That's brighter. That's closer to the hemstripe blue. I don't know. There really isn't a color base that's like it. It's like a really good shade of blue. So yeah, that's our rankings. Tell us how we're wrong. Do you want to real quick?
I'm sure that we are wrong.
Yes.
Please tell us why. All right. So, what's next?
Next up,
is reverse mailbag.
Reverse mailbag. So
I have to pull up the Discord.
Cool.
So I can see what the
I had solicited questions from the actual Jersey nerds, and let's see what we have. So first up, is Noah with, I think this is a good one. What is the most average jersey in NHL history?
I'm gonna get attacked by the Jersey nerds if I say anything in this segment.
Well,
you have to. I think that you should go first.
We will hold you at virtual gunpoint.
Oh no! It looks like it looks.
I will get Apple's little lime green squirt gun emoji and I will send it to you.
So are we?
You should go first.
So are we talking about current jerseys, or are we just talking about jerseys?
You said NHL history. I think we could probably. I think for mine, it's one and the same.
Well,
so I guess I'll start.
At that rate, I'm gonna have to pull up. I'm gonna have to pull up hockey uniforms in order to find out which one I think is average.
Mine is Arizona's set that they just are transitioning away from, for me, with the brick red and black look. I think it looks really good for them, but in terms of for the rest of, it's like kind of this forgettable, really. Like, it's basic. It has flaws. It doesn't have a hem stripe. The sock striping's kind of weird. The logo is meh. So it's like, I think a really, like, it's weird color balancing on the away. Like, it has a lot of issues, but I think it also has enough good stuff to make it like just really average. I did a massive article a bit over a year and a half ago, right when the pandemic hit, that ranked every NHL jersey worn that season, and this jersey was not far off from the middle of the pack. I think it was 60 or so out of 120 or so. So I could look it up while you guys are talking with yours, but that is my pick for most average jersey.
You know, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I don't have the same as mine. Um, as far as I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, and I'm sorry in advance to everyone who is a fan of this team, and honestly a hockey fan in general. But I think that the Toronto Maple Leafs have a very average jersey. Um, and like I and it might be because um I'm not Canadian and I don't have a huge tie to the history of the franchise. But I think like I love their logo. I like the jersey. Um it's just blue and white, which is classic. I get it. And like there's a lot of history in the jersey, but and it's the same reason why I'm not a huge fan of the Canadians jerseys, is I feel like they've done the same thing for so long that it's just become almost boring, but they do it really well. So
Yes.
those two things balance out and it just becomes very average. Um and I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for saying that, but that's just how I feel about those jerseys. Like I would rather see them do something new and interesting with their blue and white. Like I don't think they need to add a third color. I don't think they should add a third color. But I think that like if they did like a uh not a reverse retro, a stadium series or something like that, I think that they should do something interesting with it.
What if they just brought back their Winter Classic jerseys and made a white version
Oh, which
from
Winter Classic?
24 from
The
2014?
those
That like maybe use the modern leaf, maybe drop one of the hem stripes. But beyond that, I think that would be a good idea because I actually kind of agree with that. Like
Yeah,
the fact that the arms and hem aren't matching, and the fact that there's kind of like I can see why you think that. I would still rank them pretty high, but I
I
think
think they're a good jersey. I
they
just
need
think that they're very average.
they need to bring back the double stripe on the hem because
yes,
that was a decent
Hmm.
era.
because Tampa Bay already did the opposite.
Yeah,
I would argue
I'm
Tampa Bay is closer to the most average
That
because it's
was my
based.
pick. Whew.
I put Tampa Bay towards the bottom because I think they're very boring and they don't have any kind of history to back it. Oh, they do have history, but it's not as deeply rooted as Toronto.
Okay, so I'm kind of interested to hear like so it's just the fact that Toronto has a better logo then.
No, it's really hard for me to explain. I think that like I really like their logo and I like the way that they've integrated their like the history of their jerseys. I think that maybe if they would go to like three stripes, like three white stripes, um, or do what you said and take their Winter Classic, put the modern Maple Leaf jersey or Maple Leaf logo on it, and add that in as a third jersey. But right now, that set of just those two is just very, very average. And I'm gonna get hate. I'm gonna get a lot of hate, and I know that the Jersey nerds are gonna have some words for me when they listen to this. But I will die on that hill.
Okay, I mean I'm the guy who thinks that the Canadians away is like a bottom not 10
I agree with you.
bottom
So
15 jersey in the league, but so
I
I
can
agree
get
with you.
behind that.
So
but okay, so that's nice being on a
I've just
podcast where I say
ostracized
that
the
and you're
entire
being flagged.
Canadian fan base,
Okay,
like all of the Canadian fans, except okay, that's not true because I love the Flames jerseys.
so
Yeah,
wait, you're saying Toronto's is the best in Canada?
No. I was saying that because I don't like the Canadians and I don't like I think Toronto's are average. I've ostracized all of the Canadian people
That's true. So yeah,
except for Calgary.
we should probably compliment some. Calgary, you're good.
Calgary has an amazing
Vancouver,
jersey set.
yeah.
I own the Calgary home jersey. That new the red one with the white and yellow stripe. Beautiful.
The classic Atlanta Flame style one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is it weird if I think Calgary's set is overrated?
I can see how you think that, but I disagree.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's a bit too bright for me. Like
See, that's what I love about it. I love that it's like kind of
like
in your face.
honestly, I wouldn't mind adding black to it. Like Noah
Mm.
made a while ago made like just like the two thin red stripes on the away and also on the home in between the white and yellow. Like just those as black. And then add a black outline to avoid yellow on white on the logos. And that's it. Beyond that, fantastic.
You see, there's the
Mm,
problem. Adding black to it gives you things like 95, 98, all the way to, oh no, the Reebok Edge with that monstrosity of a jersey.
You know, that could also be in the discussion for most average. Their 2000s look with the V striping and one jersey having the Blasty, the other one having the C logo.
Oh
I
yeah.
could also see those being most average because they're just kind of there.
yeah,
Like
they are
they're
just kind of there.
okay.
Like I
Uh,
like, you know what? I will make those my pick. The Calgary 2000 2003 look. I like the jerseys. My brother actually played with these for his all-star team, funny enough. They were the Phoenix. Um I like the style of these jerseys. I like how it merges. The sleeves can combine with the hem stripe and make it actually look like it completes it. But the numbers and logos are way too big on those things.
and also italicized, which makes zero sense.
I
Yeah.
mean, don't the current ones have any? Oh no, the current ones are just block letter. Yeah, the
I
italicized
think
are
yeah, I think
the
Adidas dropped the italicization.
they
Italicization is that the word for it? Sure.
did. No, Winnipeg still has a little bit of
Yeah,
words
I
are
mean
hard.
just for Calgary.
Oh, for Calgary, yeah. Yeah, the italicized font is a little weird for Calgary. The numbers are extremely big and the logos are even bigger, but it somehow balances out on this jersey. I don't know why and I don't know how, but it looks good.
Yeah,
So
it
I'd
definitely
have
looks.
to,
It's average. That's the
and
point.
It's
I'm gonna
very
say that, yeah.
average.
Okay.
It's got its ups and
Uh,
downs, but
okay.
overall, at the end of the day, it's even.
Yep. Follow up question I just created: what's the most forgettable jersey in NHL history? The answer.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go look.
The
I
answer
there
is the answer is Dallas's alternate that they got when they first started with Reebok. Next question.
What, the Mooters?
is that
No, 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 no,
Muteris.
no. It's
Oh
their old.
no!
It's their old Dallas jersey with that. Just had that arc across, but it just had their
Yeah,
star logo instead. That was
What
the
year
only
was that?
difference. That was
it's
oh
2008
eight.
to 2011. I currently have
Oh yeah, no,
NHL
I
uniforms
have.
pulled up.
That is the most forgettable jersey in NHL history, and that
I
is
think that
all that
you
question
are
needs.
absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I totally didn't know that jersey existed. Like I knew that it existed, but it was a forgotten memory,
Whoa, that's an alternate jersey?
locked
Who
away.
knew?
Okay. So next question is what is the worst jersey that you own? And that was asked
Please
by
give me 1 second.
Justin.
Please give me one
Uh,
second. I'll go grab it out of my closet.
who
You know what?
I
I'm
don't
gonna go
have.
grab my. I might as well
I'm not.
grab mine too.
I only have. Okay. While you guys are doing that, I'll talk to the audience for a bit. I recently moved out of my house, so I only have 8 jerseys with me. So I don't have this jersey. I suspect that one of them might have it, but we'll see. And they're back. So just as I finished. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Since you guys
Um,
have your jerseys, I'll let you two go first.
Gwinnett, you want to go first?
Atlanta. That's all I have to say. It's just Atlanta. It. This is the original logo. This thing is super badass. It's got gold and garnet, and it's the best look ever. This is navy and marigold traffic sign yellow. They changed the G on that jersey to look super cartoony and bubbly. Gladiators are not supposed to be cartoony and bubbly. They're supposed to be fierce. They're going further and further away from what they started out with, the legacy that I was around with for 12, 13 years. And now they're changing it all to make it look childish.
Okay. And is that the one where they have like the Thrasher's arm on one side and then
Oh
they have
yes, yeah. It's got the offset sleeve, and on the sleeve, it still has the old font that I'm trying to find. Again, if any of you find it, please let me know. Gwinnett Graphics, but they replaced the T's with swords,
Oh, why?
and then they go to butcher my legacy even more. So you see the diamonds in the sleeves in this jersey. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Are those from at when they were Gwinnett?
Yeah, this was from the Gwinnett era. I mean, you can tell with the tiny little Gwinnett where the neckline is. And they decided to stick them in the collar with a little itty bitty Atlanta in there with the T's replaced with the swords as well. I can't with them.
Oof.
Okay. I do agree that that is not a great jersey, and I'm sorry they had to butcher it for you like that.
They
I
killed
think
the
it's
But
fine.
this jersey, I actually got in a mystery jersey from Cool Hockey. It is a blank Reebok jersey, um,
Ooh,
and it is,
suspenseful.
yeah, it's I I like this team's current set, but I don't know. There's like and it's not that different from their. This one's not that different from their current set, but again, this is probably a very average jersey for me. But the Philadelphia Flyers.
You must have some damn good jerseys if you think that's the worst jersey you own.
I don't have that many jerseys. That's the kicker.
Like
How many do
I
you
think I
own?
only have 8. I only have 8. So
that is a top 10 jersey in NHL history, my man.
I
Well,
I don't know. I like it, and it's just I think that the sleeves
Are the best part.
I I can't get over the roundedness. Like I don't know. There's something about it that I just don't love. I like the jersey fine, but this is probably my least favorite jersey that I own.
Okay, least favorite. Is it least favorite or worst? Is that what was the
it's the
question?
worst jersey you own in your collection.
Okay.
Yes. So
I'd
Mm,
that
have
would
to say
be
this is top 10 jersey right here, Matt.
oh my
so
god.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
should
gonna
be.
get so much hate for my jersey opinions because I've clowned the Maple Leafs, the Canadians, and now the Flyers jersey that has
I
been
mean,
deemed top 10.
at least Justin and Bepo were like you. Like
Yeah,
when I
that's
did that
fair.
that post earlier I talked about, which by the way the Coyotes were 57th out of 96, so pretty much average.
Very average.
Um, that jersey I believe was number 5.
Interesting.
Uh, I I I think it was number 1 was the Whalers throwback, which I also
Of
own,
hmm
course.
but that's not the question. And then Canadians home, Rangers away, Blues home, and then that jersey.
Interesting.
I personally like the Ron Hextall style orange jersey compared to the one that Alex has.
I and it might just be that I'm not a fan of the Reebok collar. Like I much prefer the Adidas collar to the Reebok collar. Um, but that's partially why I think that the Adidas version of that jersey is better than that one. But I do see I do understand that it's not a bad jersey. It's just not it's the worst one that I have,
Okay, interesting. All right.
in my
So,
opinion. You
okay,
guys can
you're
tell me
entitled to your opinion. Your
you
opinions
guys
can
can
be
tell me
wrong, but you're
exactly why
entitled
I'm
to
wrong.
them. Okay, so my jersey, which I don't have with me, is the Turd Burger. I don't
Uh,
think I need
Uh,
to elaborate on that on why it's
no.
the worst. Yeah,
My question is why do you own it?
that is a good question.
because I saw it on r/hockey jerseys for 30 bucks, for like 50 bucks,
There you go.
I
and
would have paid less for it.
also all of the nerds have one, so I wanted to feel included. The other candidate would
Oh.
be the Team USA 2006 Olympic jersey I own, which is kind of similar to the the Lions. I'm not going to try
Hmm.
French. I'm sorry. But I think the Turd Burger has to take it.
Hmm.
If you part of your elements were featured on my worst jersey ever TM thing that I made, that monstrosity, then you yeah, you're the worst jersey I own.
Yeah, no, that is a bad jersey. I wish that it could be erased from history.
Too bad it can't.
Yeah, I bet some of the Sabres fans probably wish that they could be erased from history, but they're having a whole thing over there. We'll let them deal with that.
Yeah, they're having a fun time.
Okay, and then another
The
question
best,
from
I think this is the best question
this
that
is the
we
best
got.
question from Justin. If your national not National Hockey League, because I guess Gwinnett, you're an ECHL guy. If your team was a vegetable, I'm gonna try that again. You try that again. If
You can't say it with a straight face. Here, I got
Okay.
you. If your favorite team was a vegetable, what vegetable would they be?
yeah, that's the question. Uh, oh God,
I have thought about this since they asked, and who was it who asked?
Justin was the one
It
who
was
asked
Justin.
this.
Okay. I I don't think that I've come up with an answer, and I have about 45 seconds to come up with something. So,
I mean, we'll have you go last then.
okay.
I have a
Matt, you go
suggestion.
first.
God, okay, I'm going first. I actually haven't thought about this as much as I probably should have. I'm gonna look
Okay,
up blue. Yeah, you
I'm,
go.
I'm, I'm just gonna ask you guys, um, which one starts out by tasting bad, and yet if you season it the right way, it actually tastes good?
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, I'd have to go with that
Cauliflower.
for.
Cauliflower also.
Cauliflower just doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to come up with one for Atlanta because they always start out crappy and yet somehow manage to pull things off in the end. Every time. Like they start out really, really slow and then they pick up speed and it actually gets good. So, like, what's bad raw, but when you cook it, it's really good?
Red onions.
Yeah, when you cut them up and before you use them and stuff, they make you cry. Makes enough sense.
I don't know.
Okay, this is
I'm
not.
gonna look up a list of
Yeah, I was gonna look up
vegetables.
a list
I
of slightly above average vegetables. um,
That would be
but
squash.
yeah, squash maybe. I was also looked up blue vegetables, but that didn't really come up with anything. Um, fucking, I don't know, zucchini. We'll just say I can start as zucchini. I don't really have
very
any elaboration. Actually, wait, no. Um, is there like a vegetable that involves like a cannon? Anyway,
You can shoot pumpkins out of a cannon. That's it.
grapefruit. Shoot grapefruits.
Grape shot.
Grape shot. Yeah,
but
Oh,
they're a
that's fruit
fruit.
there.
They have fruit
That's
in the
fruit
name.
though. Pumpkin though.
that
You can
is
do
fruit.
pumpkin shooting out of a cannon.
I think pumpkins are also technically
Pumpkin
fruits.
chunkin.
Pumpkin
Pumpkins
Are
chunkin.
they?
Yeah, because I think pumpkins count. I know pumpkins technically count as a berry, which means I think they technically count as a fruit.
Listen, doctors keep
Interesting.
changing names every single year. It doesn't matter.
Pumpkin fruit? Question mark. Tell me, Google. A pumpkin, from a botanist perspective, is a fruit because it's a product of seed-bearing structure of flowering plants.
I feel like that should be the intro quote. Like that should be what happens. The very like, welcome to the welcome to.
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
and
So
then I'm also going to Google list of things that are surprisingly berries.
if we're gonna talk about the Carolina Hurricanes as a vegetable, I'm gonna make them a jalapeno pepper because I really like them, but they hurt. It's a painful being a fan of the not the Carolina Panthers. Being a Carolina Panthers fan is also painful. But being a Carolina Hurricanes fan is painful because I know that they could win the Stanley Cup. They could have won last year. They could have won the year before, but they managed to choke away their playoff hopes against the Bruins or the Lightning every single season.
At least you made
or
it
they
past
don't
the
make it
first
to the-
round.
Or they don't make okay.
That might be a
Montreal,
good.
or not Montreal, Toronto.
That might be a good vegetable base for the Blue Jackets. What's a vegetable that always, like, whatever team eliminates it, goes on to become Stanley Cup champions? Is there a team where that's happened, where every time that they get eliminated, they win the Stanley Cup?
Well, I mean, before last year, you had Montreal and Toronto. Whoever won that won the Stanley Cup. That was the closest thing you had until, well, Tampa Bay destroyed Montreal.
No, I mean, whenever the Blue Jackets make the playoffs, the team that eliminates them is very likely to to win the Stanley Cup. 2009, 2009 we got eliminated by the Detroit Red Wings, who went on
Stanley Cup.
to go on to Stanley Cup. No, 2009 Pittsburgh.
2009 was. I gotta look this up.
I know
I'm awful with history.
I know the Wings in Pittsburgh were
sports
08,
history.
09. I think the Wings were 08, but still they made the
Pittsburgh won
final.
it in 7 over Detroit in 2009.
Okay, so they want you're very likely to make the Stanley Cup final. 2014 was Pittsburgh. They didn't go too far after that. 2017 was Pittsburgh. They won their second Stanley Cup in a row. 2018 was Washington. They won the Stanley Cup. 2019 was Boston. They made it to the Stanley Cup final. 2020 was Tampa Bay. They won their second straight Stanley Cup. No, they won their first of 2 straight Stanley Cups. And then we didn't make the playoffs last year because everything sucks.
Sad.
So whatever vegetable best represents that fact, we're gonna let the Venn diagram that is 2 separate circles of jersey enthusiasts and botanists answer that question.
So the Hurricanes, any vegetable that's painful to eat. Because I love watching the Hurricanes play, and I love the Hurricanes, but it is painful being a fan. It was painful when they were really bad for different reasons than it's painful now. Like I would drive up to Raleigh when I was in high school, and we would go to games, and I would we would buy tickets in the upper deck, and we'd walk down to the glass and sit there because there was no one there because they were awful.
That is painful. That is quite painful because that's me right now.
Yeah, I probably could have done that with the Blue Jackets back in 2011, 2012. I just didn't because I don't know. I'm a coward.
Because they were bad.
Well, yeah, it is because they were bad. So yeah, is there any time where being a hockey fan is enjoyable that doesn't involve either A, bandwagoning, B, winning the Stanley Cup, or C, laughing at Tom Wilson getting suspended?
Look at Steve Dangle. He's the perfect example.
Yeah, being a hockey fan is just pain, and especially being a hockey fan for teams whose jerseys suck, which, aside from Carolina's home, and their throwback, no offense, that describes you.
We don't talk about this.
Yeah, and then for me, it's just the alternate. That's all. We would both only have one good jersey.
Hey, no, we have the Whalers alternate too.
I mean,
that is true. You have the throwback, but that only counts for one game a year. So
we have the Atlanta Hockey Heritage jersey.
Here, I'm gonna go back to our last question about which is the worst jersey that I own, and this is the answer that you would give. Please hold 2 seconds.
It's probably the Carolina alternate.
If he pulls out the black alternate, I am going to throw hands.
God
freaking damn it!
He should. Okay. He should have just worn that one during the thing because it could have pissed off. We're gonna get the Ottawa Senators goal horn anyways, so
I'm literally redoing that for my worst of the week right now. Well, not right now.
I know.
It was before.
I am going to
defend that jersey. Go.
Defend this jersey. Hold on. Let me
defend that jersey. Tell me why that jersey is better than the Philadelphia Flyers home.
First of all, Andrei Svechnikov.
He was an absolute. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Points
I
back.
ran into him in Raleigh the other day. Okay.
Oh, nice.
So okay. I'm gonna first talk about the things that I don't like. Um, I I think that the logo is a little bit too tall, which
Yeah.
is just the nature of the logo. And I think that if they had done what they did with their old alternate with like the triangle slash like arrow looking thing, where it was like a little bit more like wide and less vertical, I think that it would have been better. But I personally am a huge fan of the ghosted flag and the ghosted logo in the dark gray. And I know that there are a lot of people who really hate that. And I think that you're one of them.
Yeah, that was the other thing I forgot to mention with Allen's jersey is the fact that they just throw the Texas state flag on there. Like, great flag, but like, stop throwing flags on jerseys. Anyway, continue.
See, I love North Carolina. Lived here all my life. I think that's a great state. Love the flag. I think that
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a good
great
flag.
addition.
It's a terrible shoulder patch. Like, even
Wrong.
Colorado, who has the best state flag besides New Mexico, is a terrible shoulder patch.
I think that I think it's a fine shoulder patch. And I think that having the main logo as the other shoulder patch is also a good decision. I like the ghosted logo because it opens up use for a single color Hurricanes logo in other jerseys.
Is
Like
that
the
a good
Stadium
thing?
Series. I think that the singular red Hurricanes logo that they were going to use for the Stadium Series, or that whatever that leaked Stadium Series jersey was actually good. And I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me. And so I think that this is a good thing. And I know people don't like black jerseys, but I think that having a red, white, and a black jersey, all three of them, because what other color are they going to pick? I mean, you can go with red and do something slightly different, but you already have a red jersey in your home. And
I could see them going silver.
I don't like the gray. It's the same reason that I put Wheeling lower. It's I don't like a gray jersey, and that I don't like the Kings jerseys because of the gray either. I feel like commit to the white or commit to a dark color, but gray just feels like a cop out, in my opinion. Which think black can also be a cop out, but this I feel like isn't black for black's sake. This is black because they have black as their second color. It's red and black, and white is their third color, and they use white on their away because that's
You
how
have to.
that's how the rules are. Yes, and so I really like that jersey, and I know that there are a lot, and I also the warning flags in the collar is a great touch, but they have that on all their jerseys, so that's not something that I can really say
Even
that this
Willer's
color
jersey has that. But
yeah.
okay. You
I know
honestly
that's not
haven't
going to
convinced
satisfy
me
anyone.
whatsoever, but I appreciate you trying. My computer's about to die, so I'm gonna go grab my charge cord. I'll be right back.
Okay. What I just said is not going to satisfy anyone, but that's my defense of the Hurricanes black jersey.
I might as well just show off my ECHL collection real quick. Just more of the Atlanta stuff. The powder one of the three isn't too bad. I actually like this one a lot. This has to be the best one of the. I'm just rambling. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No. I just felt like, well, I'm just doing the, yeah, whatever. Just they had a powder blue version of the third jersey. It's a heritage. It's got an Atlanta Knight stripe on the bottom. It's got a Atlanta Flame stripe on the other sleeve, and then the Thrasher sleeve on the other side. It's got a lot of stuff going on, but it's a hockey heritage throwback jersey. They did it better on the black one.
Yeah, okay. I like that one more than I like the other one.
Yeah, see, the garnet and gold always wins over the powder blue, marigold, and navy. We don't talk about that, but
I really
that's
like
what the
that
owner
color
wants.
scheme.
Which one are you talking about? These stupid colors?
Yeah, I like double blue and yellow is really good. I'm sorry, man.
You like this? This
Yeah,
thing is a lot better, okay? And it even has a throwback to the Gwinnett Gladiators and this awesome font, okay?
I think that's a better design, but I think the blue. I'm saying the baby blue, normal blue, and yellow is a better color scheme.
It should stay as an alternate. It was supposed to be a big change because we were supposed to affiliate with Nashville, but that all fell through because Pyle wanted more control of his team, and Nashville did not want to give that to him. So screw Nashville. Let's go ahead and start out this beautiful, beautiful segment with the fact that the Cobalt Silver Kings finally got their first win of the season.
Did they end up doing it?
They beat the Durham Blades 278 to 255.
Wow.
Congratulations. And I'm gonna have to drop Durham into my power rankings by a significant margin. Because
The fact that they lost to the Cobalt Silver Kings.
that is humorous.
I would like to say that I got waxed this week.
You did.
I got absolutely trashed. So thanks.
No
Thank
problem.
you for
It
that.
was my pleasure. You'll see our brands, but let's just say that Cheyenne came into Carolina and did not give them any favors.
No, they did not. And I would like to blame Sidney Crosby for getting COVID.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
although it was not his fault because he.
Also, not only that, but I also on Friday left 8.2 points on my bench in Morgan Riley. So I could have had 8 more points if I had been less of an idiot.
I just have a hard time with my players don't play as often.
That, and you have too many centers, my man. You have like 7
I know,
centers.
I have like 7.
Like,
And I've been trying to figure out which one of them to deal, but I can't.
well, let me know if you decide.
I will. So, the Carolina Crown. I'm from North Carolina. I'm from Charlotte originally, the Queen City. Sorry, Cincinnati, you don't get to claim that. So we have Carolina Crown. The main logo, if we look at the home and away jerseys, is a crown with 4 peaks, and those represent the 4 wards of Charlotte, the 4 original wards, which are like neighborhoods. And that was really the only reasoning that I put into making this logo. Other than the C logo, was just because which is on the alternate, which we can talk about in a minute. But picking the colors, I originally wanted to go with a red or like a burgundy and gold, but that I can't remember which team is already burgundy and gold, and I didn't want to.
Durham is similar. They're brown and yellow.
Yeah, I didn't want to come too close to that. So I
It
decided.
was the Prince Edward Island Stingers.
Yes.
Yes, that is it. I didn't want to step on any toes since I was kind of late making my jerseys. So we got orange, blue, and white, which looking at it now is very Oilers, but I felt like they complemented each other very well. And like there's enough contrast between the orange and the blue where you can put them next to each other and you're not going to get any kind of weird, which I didn't actually. Looking at these jerseys, I didn't put the orange and the blue next to each other, with the exception of the alternate. But there's enough contrast where you can put them together and they don't look like they're going to clash. So the home jersey, we can start there, it feels very Oilers to me. It's got the 2 stripes, 2 white stripes on the sleeve with the full, like the lower half is all blue and the upper half is orange. Got the blue yoke with the C alternate logo in white, which it changes color on the away to a blue. And the hem stripe matches the arm sleeves, which I was like, I'm a big fan of matching the hem and the arms, regardless of what you're doing on the rest of the jersey. And that's partially because I like to be consistent. So that's my direction for that. The alternate, or not the alternate, the away is very similar to the home, although I did change. I kept those white stripes as white, but I did add the tiny blue stripe above that, which is what I was saying earlier for Iowa. What they should have done with the yellow stripes, they should have added a little tiny black stripe above it, to just sort of offset it from the white.
Mm-hmm.
And then I changed the middle blue to be orange so that it stood out a little bit more, which someone said gave them Canucks vibes, which I sort of see.
The other thing I realized is it's literally the Carolina Hurricanes home, except
Oh
with
my
a
God.
different layout.
It is.
So I guess on a subconscious level, your fandom is showing through.
You know, I didn't even see it, and now I can't unsee it. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I
Like, it looks good. It looks really good, man. You knocked yours out of the park.
Thank you. And then so I guess that's just my first two. Those are the home and the away. And then the alternate, I wanted to go with something a little bit throwback-y, a little bit more retro. So it just has those two stripes, and it has the stripe across the chest, and the C crown logo in the center. And it does have that little tiny orange stripe that cuts through the middle of the jersey, which originally I didn't have in there. And I was looking at it, I was like, it really needs some orange because like that C logo has the orange stroke around it. And I was like, that looks so weird without having any kind of orange in the rest of the jersey. So I added that, and I was like, that is the piece that brought the whole thing together, which I really enjoyed. Personally, I don't know if you guys like it.
Yeah, I think it's really good brand. I really like that you went with an orange home. Like I said, orange is a fantastic jersey color. And yeah, I think it looks really good.
And if we want to see the brand in action, I did make a final score graphic from my first game. I'm going to make them for the rest of the games, but I haven't gotten around to it because I didn't have the Iowa logos to make for my week 2, but I will do that shortly because I have them now. So I wanted to highlight a player who the first star of the week 1. Actually, I think he was the second star of the week 1 was Alex Ovechkin, who I have a love-hate relationship with him because he is on the Capitals, and one of my really good friends is a Capitals fan. He's super annoying. Ryan, I don't think you're ever going to listen to this, but if you do, you're super annoying about the Capitals, and you know that. And so I like Alex Ovechkin. He's a great hockey player, but Capitals super annoying. But I had to put him on the front because he scored like 20 some points and absolutely crushed it in the first week.
Yeah.
So
the first week was a short week too. It only started on
it was a short week, and
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, I think he had like 25 points. I'll have to look back at it, but it was fantastic. So I was going to highlight one player and then also have the scores, but keep everything sort of minimal.
Yeah, it looks really good. I also like how you made it black and white for the player. That way, it's like not entirely obvious that they have a different color scheme and stuff.
Yeah, I thought about trying to do a jersey swap, but I am a college student with 0 time on my hands. So I decided that I was just going to make it black and white and call that good.
Is that a like actual photo, or is it from the EA games?
That's an actual photo.
Okay, it just looks like I don't know what is giving it the vibe. Okay, cool. It looked really good job, man.
Thank you. If you have any comments about it, please share.
I think I already wrecked your entire thing with the Hurricanes home.
Yeah, you did. I didn't even see it. I didn't see it, and now.
So you're welcome.
Thank you.
And also, if it makes you feel better, Alex, I'm about to play Pittsburgh, so I'm about to get my ass handed to me. So
you know,
I'm about to play Louisville. So you know what?
I feel for both of you having to go through the gauntlet of the East.
Well, I just beat Durham, so I mean that's one part of it down. Now I have to face Louisville. I will get ruined with Louisville.
What, 2-2? Did Louisville or what's the other team?
It is stacked. Let us see what's happening there.
Pittsburgh won by a very wide margin. What did Carolina?
Carolina lost.
Oh my God, Louisville got 3-16. Jesus. Okay.
Oh no. And they still have a
Poor
guy
Montreal.
going.
They do. Oof.
Yeah, that's not that. We can put
Oof.
the final scores from
Eh,
this week up there.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
see if we can get to
Nice.
320.
Okay.
So
I'll
I
go.
guess I can go next. Or
I was gonna go.
do you want to
You
go?
can go next.
Yeah,
I'll
you
go.
go ahead and go.
So my brand is the Cheyenne Steam. Cheyenne is in Wyoming. For those of you who don't know, I feel like I have to say that. Just know it cares about Wyoming. So basically, this entire brand is based around the Union Pacific's 20 basically Steam program, which it's all like rail industrial look. And the Union Pacific Big Boy, which is the actual name of the engine, and these guys make fun of me for it.
I'm not going to.
It's okay. It's okay.
If TJ were here, he'd make fun of it.
He definitely would. So yeah, it's entirely based on that. So the primary logo, I'm not 100% happy with it. Before next season, I might go back and try to fix some of the line work and stuff. But so that's based off of one of the images I took. It has the engine coming out, and then the steam coming out of the pistons and smokestack kind of forms a C, similar to the Blue Jackets with their flag. So that's my subtle call out to the Blue Jackets. And then it has the word mark because I needed something to make having a rail on the bottom look good. And that was that. And then the secondary logo, which for a bit was my temporary primary logo, it's basically just a Union Pacific logo recolored and with Cheyenne Steam instead of Union Pacific. It really isn't that creative, but I think it's pretty effective. So the jerseys kind of for the Cheyenne Steam kind of came around in a really weird way. I originally wanted to just do a primary clash thing. So I started with the alternate, which is based off of Union Pacific Greyhound scheme for the alternate, and that was
I
going to
like that a
be
lot.
and that was going to be the primary jersey, and then I made a black jersey as the clash, and so that one has that striping pattern but shrunk down to fit on an arm and kind of like in the Bruins style with like the light gray base with the thick gray with the dark gray stripe and then outlined in yellow, but just on a black background with the primary logo. But then I was trying to make the away jersey, not the away, but the white jersey, because I want to have a white third for games against Cobalt. And I just couldn't come up with anything good except for that look, which is basically the home jersey with the base changed to white, and then it has a black yoke and a little thin stripe up top on top of the striping to just keep it consistent and separated. So I ended up just saying, screw it. I pretty much have a home and away set, so I just did that and then with the alternate. So that's how the jerseys came around. And then the last one is, I guess, technically to be unveiled, but I'll go ahead and say what it is. It's the Banana Classic jersey, which is JNHL's yearly premier event. It's called the Banana Classic. And that's between me and Durham this year.
I can't wait till I get to host a Banana Classic.
Yes, the dream of any fan. And I also
JNHL
realized
organization.
yes, of any JNHL organization. And that one is just a throwback scheme with my dark gray and my black that I really like. And just, there's nothing it's really based off of. The shoulder patch is the Canucks stick and rink, but with the stick replaced with a banana. And also made yellow.
Oh, I didn't see that before.
And then the outer shoulder is going to have the event logo once Justin makes that. I don't know if Justin's going to make that or if Carter has to, but we're going to blame it on Justin for now. And then yeah, that's my brand. I don't really have any graphics yet.
Earlier, I said that I don't like gray jerseys, but that is not true for this one. I really like that third jersey. Um, and I like it actually. I like it more, even more now that I've seen that what it's based on, that train
Mm-hmm.
or the engine that it's based on. I think that that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And the way that the striping works out,
Yeah.
very nice. Uh, and the home and away, beautiful. I love both of those.
Thank you.
And I'm very excited to see those Banana Classic jerseys on the ice.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen Durham's Banana Classic jersey.
I don't
I'll
think
have to
they've done
go
theirs yet.
I'll have to go look for that if they have already done it.
Also, technical detail. The helmet's supposed to be matte black instead of like a shiny reflective material.
Ah,
So basically I just turned off the highlighting on Orion's template. Shout out to Orion for making a sick template.
oh
It's
yeah.
actually the first jerseys I did on this template, so
These are the first jerseys I did on this template too. I really like it.
yeah. So uh that is that. And yeah, it looks really cool. I like it. I'm really happy
I
with how
really
it turned
like your
out.
stuff.
I just want
It's very well done.
I just need to fix the line work on the primary logo, and then I'm really
Yeah,
happy with this.
I think that you can make that work. Right now, there's some like I feel like it's a little bit thin, but I feel like if you thicken it up a little bit, and or
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. Yeah, I think that if you made those a little bit thicker, just a hair.
The thing is, there's technically 4, 5 shades of gray because there's a true black, which is for the piping and stuff. A very,
Hmm.
very dark gray that's practically black for like the actual color. That's what everything else is. And then there's the dark gray, the light gray, and the white. So I have a lot. I have a lot
Yeah,
of monochrome
there's
going
a
on.
lot of gray.
Yeah. I needed another color to try to separate the piping and stuff off of the normal black. So that's what I just did a true black, fake black.
Did you use the true black on the jersey?
No, the jersey is the very close but not quite black.
Okay, gotcha. I'm looking at them right now. I'm trying to. I couldn't quite tell.
And even like in Orion's template, when you select black, it's not actually black. It's like very close but not quite black.
Yeah, it's CMYK black, right?
No, it's like it's not.
It's
It's
like
like
process black.
sure.
I think that's what it's called.
If that's the name, then yeah. All I know is it's not true black. Gwynnett's wearing a New Jersey. Do you want to just repeat everything you just said?
Yeah, you know what? I might as well. This is my Gwinnett Gladiators 10th anniversary jersey. This was just like 2 years before they changed the name to Atlanta. Um, this is by far my favorite Gwinnett Gladiator jersey. The shoulder patch is number 10 with the head is the 0, and it has Roman numeral 2003 to 2013. It's a game worn jersey from the goalie at the time, number 30, Mike Lee. Um, it belonged to an old family friend of ours, and they passed away, and it was given to me as a gift, saying they probably wanted me to have it. It meant a lot to them, and probably would have meant a lot to me because I actually respect jerseys and love the Gwinnett organization.
It's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, that's good to hear. Glad you were able to get that and kind of like remembrance. That's kind of where this one comes from for my mom. So yeah. All right, and then that just leaves Travis with yours.
So we're on to the child of the JNHL right now with the coming off the one win over the East Division team, which is quite surprising. I was expected to get destroyed because of Connor McDavid. So my brand is the Cobalt Silver Kings. I am a hockey history buff, and I did some research and saw that before the NHL, there was the NHA and very different minor leagues that would play for the Stanley Cup. It wasn't a annual thing; it was more of like a Challengers Cup. And one of the teams that would play for this cup was the Cobalt Silver Kings. They're located in Cobalt, Ontario. It's a small mining town, and well, they mine silver, and with silver has cobalt around it, and that's how they got the town name. Um, the last photo that I linked at the bottom is the original logo for the Cobalt Silver Kings, how they had the large blue, cobalt blue horseshoe with cobalt on the inside, making the whole word cobalt. The color scheme was cobalt blue, red, and white for the time period. When I was originally going through the editions of making my logos and stuff, it was way too bright. So I was gonna go back and tone those down to more of like a navy and more of like a rouge crimson kind of style red. So for the primary logo, it's very, very minimalistic. There's only one color to it, and that's that gray color. I kept with the Cobalt Silver Kings classic logo with that C logo. This time around, I made it more of like a hex bolt head with more of like a block letter font on the inside with cobalt. It's a silver font instead to make it a little bit sharper, a little bit more modernized compared to the classic bubbly font that they had for the team back in the NHA back in the 1907 seasons. Um, the secondary logo is the one where I put most of the work into. It is a silver crown that is outlined with blue, white, and a thin layer of red. The crown itself is a silver crown with cobalt in a darker gray, standing up on the rim of the crown. It reads out cobalt. Meanwhile, on the crown itself, it's encrusted with red gems on it. Uh, Originally, the smaller diamond gems up top were going to be smaller versions of the main logo, but red. But it took a little too much time to try to get that worked in. And in the middle of the crown, that centerpiece there is actually a hidden logo of a pickaxe to throw it back and to
Mm.
honor mining uh, the mining organizations that work there for the silver mining back when the original Silver Kings existed. Now, I don't have my jersey concepts per se. Justin has them. He made them all up. Shout out to him for doing that. I have something like it, but they have copyright infringement logos on it. So I had to go back and change that, but I never got around to actually doing it because I got busy with college stuff. So in response, I just have three different jersey swaps. Um, so for the home swap, it's just a shoulder up look of Anze Kopitar wearing the home jersey. Uh, yes, I decided to go with chrome domes for this one because why not go all out with silver? Because
Yeah.
You
it
are the
seemed like
Silver
fun.
Kings.
You don't see too many teams pull off silver or just chrome domes. Period. We don't go into Vegas territory. They just need to stop with that. And just just donning that silver helmet is pretty cool as it is. I went with a navy blue, pretty navy cobalt color blue with a silver yoke with white pipe with red piping around it. The sleeves themselves are silver. Underneath that you have a thin red piping and then blue and then white piping underneath that. On the hem striping, you have silver along the bottom and then red piping that matches or reflects the yoke uh, striping altogether. Um, on the away jersey, I actually do not have a white jersey for the away. Instead, I went with using silver as the away jersey. On that one, I have um, the blue shoulder yoke with red piping. Then on the sleeves, I have blue, red, and then white. And then again, with the bottom, you have blue with red piping to mimic the top layer. The pants themselves are blue with a red stripe down the side, and I still have the silver helmets on the home and away sets. For the alternate jersey, I wanted to do something a little outside the box, so I certainly went out of the box, outside the box with this one. I went with a very, very, uh, um, I would guess you could say color imbalanced jersey. I went with a two-color jersey on this one. I used the rich, real cobalt blue color, and I used black as the accent color. There are no shoulder patches on this one, but on the front I have the uh, primary logo, but it is in black rather than silver. Um, I thought this one was pretty interesting. I was going to try to do something like the Vegas Golden Knights, but it really did not fit the brand well. So I went with this neon blue one, which sort of fit the brand a little bit better, going back to actual cobalt bright blue. And I could honestly see it being used as either a home or away jersey, or alternate, since it can be worn on the road for different events. Um, Especially with teams that are different colors, with Cheyenne's team having gray jerseys and black jerseys. It's a very much Clash-esque jersey. It stands out from the rest. It doesn't really blend in that well with any other teams, if anyone even tried.
Hmm.
Um, I just did a jersey swap for that one as well, using Jack Campbell as my goalie, I believe.
Cool.
So thoughts on that? Or
Yeah, it definitely looks. Yeah, it's definitely a really cool idea. It looks really good. The primary logo is really nice and simple, and I really like it. Alt logo is also a really cool idea. That honest, again, I feel like, no offense, could use some touch up on the line work, but it looks good.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that the primary logo is really awesome. I like the hex shape. It I didn't realize that you had taken that old Silver Kings logo and like changed it up, but now that I see that, it makes a lot more sense, and I really like that. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, and I like keeping it one color. Is that on any of the jerseys?
it is the shoulder patch on the home and away, and it is the crest logo on the alternate.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
little bit different
I can't.
because I didn't throw it on the uh, jersey swaps, but they are on the actual ones that Justin made. He hasn't dropped those in the Google Drive yet. Once he does, then you'll be able to see them there. But for
Yeah,
media and stuff, it was very easy to use the Cobalt Silver Kings hex logo for that, for the hexagon logo for the primary, because the crown is very flat. But for jerseys, it works a lot better. Um, it's just I, I don't know. I was talking to Justin about it, and Justin was trying to use the crown on graphics, but it was very, very flat and didn't really stand out well. But on the front of a jersey, it works very well. I mean, I like the basic logo of the C. I might eventually change that over and make that the home logo. We'll just see what it turns out to be in the future.
Yeah.
yeah. I think that it's a really cool logo, and I couldn't get the alt logo or the alt swap to load, but it has now, so I can see that, and that is awesome. Um, I think that that would have been cool with a little bit of white in it too, but I don't think that I don't think that it is not by any means a bad jersey. So I think that that really bright blue and the black, a little bit uh, difficult to read the numbers, but honestly, I think that
Yeah,
it's cool.
that all had to do with jersey swap at the time. I'm still
Yeah.
getting into it. I'm like brand new to the thing,
Oh
so
no, I totally understand that. I think that
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. I would kind of maybe add silver trim on it somewhere, like kind of blue jacket style, but beyond that, it's fine. It looks really cool. Sick alt.
Oh yeah, not yeah, silver, not white. Silver because you are the Silver Kings.
right.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if that would muddle it up or
The
something.
kind of funny thing is about the whole thing is that the Silver Kings actually moved their game to Haleybury to prospect that area to see if it was suitable for any expansion in the future. And surprisingly, that was their first win of the season, technically at home. So there may or may not be a chance that they could be relocating to Haleybury. You'll find out eventually. It just depends on how the rest of the season goes. They are splitting games between Haleybury and Cobalt.
And it's against Durham, who is, in terms of how many fantasy points they have, is like they're at 960. And so
Insane.
which is
Insane.
third. And for comparison, I'm fourth at 835. Like, the top 3 East teams are stacked. We got Bepo at 1040, and then Justin at 967, and then Durham's at 960, and then there's me, and then I'm the next highest.
Am I sixth still, or did I get knocked down? Because I didn't score that many points this week.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're 8th now.
Oh, wow.
You are at 792.
I'm really on the struggle bus right now.
But it's really only by 0.6. Cobalt's at ahead by 0.6. So
I'm riding the struggle bus right now, dude.
Yeah.
It's all right, though. I have faith in my team. And once Sidney Crosby's back from COVID, he was back for literally one game, had 2 block shots, and that was it. And then got COVID and is now back out. Just fantastic. And TJ Oshie and Patches are on IR.
At least you didn't give away Nicholas Backstrom for free because you didn't understand how the ad drop system worked.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
Yeah. But
I've made some pretty bad trades, but hey, I've somehow picked it back up.
Yeah. Thank you for Jonathan Marchessault, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. He hasn't really done anything. I got who is it out of it? Chandler Stevenson.
Chandler Stevenson.
Yeah, I got someone good out of it.
He's actually still been doing decently well.
I mean, it doesn't hurt when like they're missing all their frontline men, like William Carlson.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say, really.
Yeah. I guess we got too tired of the nerds for actually releasing an episode, so we decided to make our own.
Yeah. Thank you to the nerds for letting us do this.
Yes, thank you very much. We hope we can do it again soon.
With more people.
Yes, with more people.
More chaos.
No. Yes.